Hello everyone, my name is MrJepthah, and welcome back to another commentary of, now this time, Kirby's Murder Golf, is what I so lovingly called it. The story behind doing this game, I was trying to think about it before I turned on the recording equipment. I was like, why did I pick this game out of all the games? I wanted to do SNES stuff because that's my favorite console. And I really think that it was me playing this game with somebody and thinking, probably making jokes about it, you know, whatever the case may have been. And I just started coming up with ideas for the video and just like the different bits and stuff that I could do, which is generally like what I'm thinking about. I'm like, what kind of bit could I do for a video? The Jack Kirby bit was one of them. That was like one of the first things I had to do, a Jack Kirby bit. Jack Kirby's my favorite comic book artist of all time. Had to do a Jack Kirby, joke there. So yeah, I really think that was just it. Was just we were making we were just laughing, making jokes about it, and all that. That being said, there's a lot of interesting things that happened. I think this is probably one of my better videos, not quality-wise, but in terms of the script, I would say this is one of my favorites. Oh, that's right. This is the first appearance of one of my personal favorite characters, Mr. Credibility. The idea for it was, I want to say it was like several drafts in. At some point I was just like, you know what, I need a joke about like my credibility and everything. And the notebook that I'm going to use later where I wrote on it, I was originally going to use that and just like say on it like, I don't like Kirby games or whatever. I don't like Kirby. And you know, it was like, and then I made a joke about like me killing my credibility. And then when I read that again, I was like, maybe I should create a character that I kill, and I call him Mr. Credibility. And anytime Mr. Credibility shows up, you know something's gonna happen to him. So that was the idea there, and that was really where it came from. Anyway, it was that was fun, and another one of those things that just like, there's a lot of things in this video that I added in during the editing process. We'll get to it later when we talk about it, but the final skit of this video is was totally unplanned. I'll talk about that a little bit later. The notebook that I had writing it does on there. So originally my imagination was just writing it in big, bold Sharpie or something on the notepad. And then I couldn't find a Sharpie. I couldn't find anything big and bold like that. So I had to use what I had, and that was just like a random red marker that I just found. And that was all I could find. And so I just was like, okay, I'll just write it as best I can. It might have been even, no, it wasn't a pen. It was like one of those really thin red markers. And my headcanon is that is the first appearance of the murdering Kirby of the video. It's just my headcanon. You don't have to think of this or anything, but like that's just my headcanon going in, is that's what the psychopath Kirby wrote in there before he started killing Pladley, and then Who Needs Normal, and then eventually attacking me. And it's just headcanon. That was not the purpose of that. But the fact that it's scrawled out like that, and the fact that it's in red, I just have always, ever since then, just imagined that it is Kirby writing that in the blood of one of his victims. That's all I could think about anymore. And speaking of, here's one of the first parts of the skit element of this video, I guess. I just texted Pladley and Ty separately, and I just told them what to do, and just to and then eventually they gave me, I think they gave me exactly what I was asking. I can't remember exactly what I was asking, but it was perfect. Whatever whatever the case, I 100% got exactly what I needed for this video. And it's great. It's gold. I love it. One of the this is one of those things that I knew Kirby was always kind of known as a psychopath. I just didn't realize, I didn't really think about it until I think it was when me and the other person were playing this game originally. When I was coming up with this idea, was just that Kirby is killing all these people and all that. That is one thing I do want to say. This is not the best video I've made quality-wise. I'm using my computer camera again. Not good picture quality. But on top of that, still stuck with iMovie at this point. Basically the entirety of season 1 I made on iMovie. And it hurts so bad. There's so many things that, I mean, listen, like, I don't have a Photoshop, so I gotta use what I got. And I have Microsoft PowerPoint. Literally, I'm having to create images on Microsoft PowerPoint. And for example, the part where I'm having all the box covers pop in, I had to create a PowerPoint and put make a new slide and make it the way that it looks at first, and then copy or duplicate that slide and then put in something else, duplicate that slide, put something else in, and then turn it all into a JPEG so I can throw it all in the timeline. It is terrible because you can only throw one thing. You can only throw one thing on top of the main video in iMovie, and I hate it. I do not like how this joke turned out, and if I special editioned this, I would cut that part out. I don't like the flow of the video with that. I wanted to get the manual so bad. It was not going to get here by the time I was going to start recording, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna improvise a little bit. But I was literally going to have the manual just for that one bit. Anyway, yeah, no, the quality is just really bad for this video. Sometimes I had to export a clip and then put it in with like the little addition and then edit it again and all that stuff. I think Ty was really struggling with what I was going for. And honestly, if I had Final Cut Pro at the time, I could have made that look a whole lot better than it did. Because I wanted Kirby to like come up behind him, not on top of him like that. And so I had to improvise. Listen, that's the name of the game when it comes to iMovie and you're working on a very strict budget. I had, when I first wrote this into the script, I had Ice Ice Baby stuck in my head for so long. It's one of the most cheesiest songs of all time, and it just was stuck in my head the whole time I was making this video. Every stroke you make, you use up a piece of your energy, signified on the screen by 4 tomatoes. Yeah, this is another one of those things that I like where I was going with the joke, but the implementation, I think, I don't know, maybe I could have done better. I don't know. The whole Bob the Tomato thing I thought was funny. It's another thing that I had to have PowerPoint for. I think I had like 3-4 different slides with Bob the Tomato, and I had to have each of the individual tomatoes on top of the other. It was a whole thing, and I really despised that way of doing it. I think this video is the most tedious with those edits that I had to do with PowerPoint. I think I kind of worked around them for the next videos coming up. But yeah, no, it was really tough to play around with iMovie and using Microsoft PowerPoint. It's rough. Well, I won't talk much about how the style of presentation matches the other Kirby games because. So here's the thing about me when it comes to making these bits, like some of these bits, these repeating bits that show up, I have it in my head to try to make it call it the rule of three, if you will. There has to be a beginning, middle, and end, like a regular joke. And that's kind of the idea. I don't want to sound like, you know, I'm being, you know, this, what's the word? I'm not trying to sound, like a jerk, like a jerk or anything, but like that's just how I do it. Like, if I'm gonna have a repeating bit, I want to repeat it 3 times. And again, like the ending, and we'll get to the final part of the one bit, the skit bit. That was not in the script. It still to this day is not in the script, and I put it in last minute. Last thing I filmed. And it shows, actually. It shows, and you'll see what I mean when we get to it. But it was the last thing I thought of for this whole video.
Or the robot, actually.
Legitimately, when I was playing this game, did not expect to fight King. I didn't expect a boss fight in this game when I played it, and then when it came out, I was like, "Whoa, what do you do?" It took me a minute to figure it out. I tried a couple of different things, and then eventually I got it, and yeah, pretty easy. Oh, this line is cringy to me. It's probably not that bad, but I tried to make that a main line, like a catchphrase or something, and yeah, I don't like that. Fun bonus feature tidbit. Every element of this that you're seeing is just me playing with myself. I did not play this with anyone else. When I got the footage for this, the CRT filter was still on. So yeah, you know, whatever. But anyway, no, I didn't. I literally just had the 2 controllers and was just going back and forth between the controllers. So it was just me, myself, and I. I did not play this with another person for this video. And it was yeah, I mean,
and kill as many innocents as you can, but you can also steal your opponent's stars. This adds a new element of strategy where you have to decide whether to steal your opponent's star or...
that is another thing. I think Kirby is just the dumbest name in this whole thing. In the whole Kirby lore that I know so much about. There's Mr. Peanut Juice Man. I just think Kirby is just is kind of dumb. I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's still like, couldn't come up with anything better, really? Yeah, this was back in the times where I was kind of forcing Mr. Peanut Juice Man into all my videos. I didn't stick with that rule. There are some rules that I made for myself that I've just changed over time, in working with my formula and trying to figure out a lot of this stuff. Mr. Peanut Juice Man, yeah, is you know, it's a part of that change. I was originally gonna have him in like every single one of my videos, but I was like, you know what, that's no fun. I don't want to overuse him or anything like that. It's a great character, so I'm gonna, yeah, not use him for every video. But yeah, there was the obligatory cameo joke, and I thought it was pretty fun to sort of bridge the gap with the final review as well as the main part of the video.
But if I had a top 10 list of my favorite games on my all-time favorite console, the chances are very strong that this game would be on that list.
Yeah, this is still one of my favorite SNES games. I was just playing it the other day, actually. I'm not gonna lie, just for fun, you know. It's a fun game to put in every now and then. Yeah, this literally came up with it last minute, and which is why I had to record it this way. I had to wait for the kids to go to bed, so I was trying to keep it down as much as I could. And so I guess we just had the one kid at this point. But anyway, I was waiting for the kid to go to bed and everything. Disheveled my hair, put on my orange t-shirt to make it look like a prison jumpsuit and all that. So, yeah. Yeah, last second. Did not think about this until the last second. And I thought it was a great addition. Great part of the video.
That's it. I'm not going back to jail. There's murderers in there.
And, oh, man, this is, yeah, so this is another thing I want to talk about. So this is the last time that I ever played music to set up the, you know, what the game is that I'm going to be looking at for the next video. The last time I ever did it, because this was, I was going to do an Undertale video. I had most of the script written. It became way too much of an undertaking, no pun intended. I thought long and hard about it. I still have that script. I still plan on doing an Undertale video sometime. But that, I love that song so much. And that is now like the unofficially like the theme song for MrJepthah, because I love that song from Undertale so much ever since I discovered it. And anytime I watch one of my videos, I'm like, I really wish I had just used that for the credits. And so now we're on into season 2, and that has been one of the things that I've been doing, is making sure that is the final. That is basically the end theme for all my videos. Anyway, so this is where it kind of started because I just liked it so much. But yeah, no, this is still a fun video. I liked calling it Kirby's Murder Golf. I think it's the first time I came up with like a clickbait-ish kind of title. I think there are some other better clickbait titles that I came up with, but Kirby's Murder Golf was certainly the first one, and I liked it. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we got here. This is another one of my favorite videos. A couple of things I would like to change. I would love to remake it and just with better quality, because I think the script is more deserving of better quality than I gave it, considering the final or the iMovie and me using my stupid computer camera. I'm gonna use later on. I'm gonna use my phone a lot more, and the quality will look so much nicer. Anyway, thank you very much for sitting through and listening to my stupid voice talk about my stupid videos. I love to give like the little behind the scenes tidbits on what I did with the scripts, what I do with the edits and all that. So yeah, next time, I'm actually not sure when that is, but I believe the next video is, I'm actually, I better look it up because I'm going to be so wrong. And that would be problematic, considering that, yeah, okay, I was right. My favorite Mario games is next, and that's gonna be, I don't know the date. I haven't actually been getting these out on the day that they're supposed to come out. But if you're watching this in 2028, it doesn't matter, does it? So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, subscribe and like the video and all that. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.